Some women don't get close to you to bond, they get close to you to measure. It starts with admiration, then observation, then comparison, then subtle competition. And if you've ever experienced it, you felt the shift before you could explain it. I've seen it more than once. The pattern is consistent. Welcome back to the Echo Archives. Let's get into today's video. There might be a time in your life where someone wants to be your friend and they admire a lot of the things that you do. They might ask you questions on, how do you do this? Or they're just very, very curious about your life and maybe more curious than usual. And the curiosity is probably not mutual, it's more directional. When people ask you a lot of questions on how you move, pay attention. Sometimes it's admiration, and sometimes it's research. Let's get into the public shift. The shift never happens privately first, it happens in groups. Sometimes in big groups, they might act like they've never spoken to you outside of the interaction or the group setting, even though you've had multiple private conversations. When someone feels inferior in proximity, they create distance publicly so they don't feel beneath you. But I mean, they already kind of are, no shade. Let's get into isolation tactics. Watch for conversations starting when you step away, side alliances forming, inside jokes you're not looped into, a different tone toward you in public versus private, ignoring your contributions but amplifying others. The goal isn't to remove you, it's to destabilize you. If you feel slightly outside, you might shrink. If you shrink, she feels level. Have you guys ever noticed conversational traps? There's also a testing phase. Loaded questions in front of others, bringing up sensitive topics publicly, waiting for you to misspeak, and scanning the room after you talk. That look around the room, that's validation seeking. She's hoping someone reacts to you negatively because if you stumble socially, she feels internally relieved. It's crazy because a lot of people won't pick up on this, but they're probably not, they probably just don't have any discernment. But I definitely know when it's happening to others or when it's happening to me. And it all boils down to someone putting you on a pedestal and they're trying to humble you and literally knock you off the pedestal that they created in their head, which is so strange to me. At first, they want to be around you, suck up all this information about you, and then reveal themselves later down the line, trying to embarrass you in front of other people, making you look silly in front of other people. And that doesn't work on everyone because there's certain people that are chosen, and really and truly, we just don't care. Because if you have to do this little soap opera to make yourself feel better, imagine knowing that I don't care and you keep trying and nothing is working and nothing is tearing me down. That's embarrassing. As I mentioned before with alliances, you'll also notice a lot of favoritism as well. They'll react differently towards somebody else, but when it's you, it's not the same, which is so strange to me because it's like, what is this one sided beef that I have no idea about? Like, are you okay? Did somebody like urinate in your cereal or something? I don't know. Because really deep down, you're actually probably dying to get my reaction or my attention, but you're doing it in such a childish way. And I honestly feel really bad for people like that because there's so many ways to go about your insecurities. And especially if that person is a cool person and they don't mind, sharing, what they do, or I don't know, you can learn a lot from someone that you admire. But when it turns into jealousy and nastiness and ugliness, it's honestly, that's probably who you are inside. And this becomes a part of the cold withdraw. Less warmth, less engagement, and a slightly colder tone. This isn't detachment, it's bait. If you chase, she regains control. If you don't, she's competing literally alone. Embarrassing. And that's uncomfortable for someone who needs reaction to feel powerful. Am I right, ladies? A lot of the times this happens is because they don't know themselves and they're not comfortable within themselves, or they're lacking some type of identity or self-esteem, right? It's this upheld comparison, identity instability, and ego preservation. If she perceives you as more composed, desired, secure, and internally stable, she places you above her, then resents the height difference. But you didn't climb. She positioned you there. And one thing that I don't understand is that these people will actually stalk a lot of the things that you do. So, your socials, any type of social media that you have, but yet still act like you're a nobody when you're in the same spaces, whether that's online or in person. And it's like, I mean, we both know you're a fan. Give her a ticket, sir. She's a fan, sir.
Get her a ticket, sir. She's a fan, sir.
But yeah, this is very strange to me. I don't know. People need to get their mental in order. Where's the gavel when I need one? Because in order, like immediately. But overall, ways to protect yourself from these people is to reduce information access. So don't overshare, stop giving detailed emotional reactions, and give surface level responses. Stay neutral in groups, so don't overperform, don't prove yourself, and don't dominate. Speak when necessary, be concise, and be composed. The less emotional energy you give, the less leverage she has. Don't react to isolation. If she excludes you, don't shrink. Engage with others naturally, maintain posture, and stay warm, not seeking. Isolation only works if you internalize it. Don't chase withdrawals. Never chase someone who is testing your reaction. Silence, destabilize manipulators. Keep your identity private. The more solid you are internally, the less susceptible you are to social maneuvering. Insecure people attack what they can't read. Be readable only by choice. So, if this person isolates you, they already believe others value you. If they're waiting for you to mess up, they already decided you're ahead. If they're acting unfamiliar in public, they feel inferior in proximity. You don't compete, you observe. You adjust access. And you let people reveal who they are without interrupting them. Stay composed and let them compete alone.